So previously we have created this simple counter application with the Redux Toolkit where we can increase and decrease the count. And here we are simply dispatching the action, like we are dispatching the increment and the decrement action. Now we're gonna see how we can dispatch one action with some payload. Suppose we can create another button, and this button can increase the count by one value. For this we have to dispatch one action with that value as a payload. So let's see how we can do that. So we need one input field to get the amount, and we're gonna make this one control component. So we need one state to track the value of the input. So let's now create one state. So we're gonna call this incrementByValue and set incrementByValue. So we're gonna use the useState hook, and this will have the initial value as 0. Now here the value will be incrementByValue, and on change of that input field we're gonna run this callback method with the event, and here we're gonna set the incrementByValue with e.target.value. Now on click of this button we're going to dispatch the action. So for this, first of all we have to define the action. So here inside the counter slice we have to define the action. So here we're gonna define this. So we're gonna call this incrementByValue, and this will take the state and the action. Now here we're gonna modify the state.count, and we're gonna increase the count with the payload. So action.payload. So this is the way we can access the payload from the action. So we are increasing the count with the payload that we receive from our incrementByValue action. So we are done with the definition. Now we have to export this so that we can use that in the other files. In the counter.js we have to import that. So here we're gonna import incrementByValue. Now we can use that action. So here on click of this button we're gonna dispatch the action incrementByValue, and here we can pass the payload. So here we're gonna pass the payload incrementByValue, which is the local state that we have created to keep track of the input field value. So here we can increase the count, we can decrease the count, and also we can enter a value and we can increase our count with that value. So you can see the count is not increased, instead the input value is appended at the end of the count. So let's now fix that bug. So here we are taking the value as a text, we have to convert this as a number. So here we're gonna convert this to a number. Hopefully this will work now. So now if we see, so let's now refresh. So we can increase the count, we can decrease the count, and here we can input the value and we can increase by that value. So now that is working properly. So this is the way we can dispatch one action with the payload in Redux Toolkit. And of course we have to define that action, and here the payload will be accessed with the action.payload. So hope you understand the concept. See you in the next one. Take care.